Apple TV Plus continues to prove that it is one of the best streaming services out there with the new series Widow's Bay. I started this series because I was looking for something creepy to watch, and I saw this pop up on the Apple TV Plus dashboard, and it said mystery and thriller, and I said, let's go. And I ended up falling in love with this series, and not because it is creepy, but because it's actually really funny. So let's dive into this first season, and I'm gonna explain to you guys just exactly why, if you are not watching this series, if it's not on your radar, it really should be. Let's discuss. Right off the bat, this series has an absolutely stunning cast, and it really is quite the quirky ensemble of character actors, and everybody in this cast brings something to the table. Matthew Rhys does such a great job in this series, and he really does do a lot of the heavy lifting, but he is by no means the only actor in this series pulling his weight. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite characters in this series is the character of Patricia, played by Kate O'Flynn. This character is very, very strange. She's socially awkward, but I did really relate to her. I think she's relatable because I'm a little bit weird and awkward, so I was like, okay girl, I get you, I understand what's going on and why people are making weird faces at you and how you're feeling about it. I liked that about her character a lot. In this series, Matthew Rhys is playing the mayor of a small island town that may or may not be cursed, and I'm saying may not because initially this guy doesn't believe it. But throughout the 10 episodes, we see his character start to come to terms with the fact that, yeah, this island is kind of fucked. And I think his initial skepticism and eventual acceptance that the island is in fact cursed is what makes his character kind of relatable, because a lot of people, of course, are not going to believe that they're living on a place with a curse. A lot of people don't believe in that kind of thing. So you as the audience are going in with, nah, that's not real. And he is going in with, nah, that's not real as well. So us, the audience, and Matthew Rhys are both coming to accept the truth throughout this series at the same time, so it feels like we're kind of evolving together. I liked that a lot. When I first started watching the series, I had no idea that it was going to be funny. It's listed as a mystery thriller, but it did not take too long for me to realize that, yeah, this show is actually fucking low-key funny. There's a lot of weird shit going on. I think what makes the humor in this series so funny is the fact that it's incredibly subtle. This is not some kind of over-the-top raunchy comedy thing like that. This is not even really trying to be a comedy. It is a comedy in the most subtle of ways. Somebody will say something super outlandish, and you're sitting there thinking, wait a minute, what the hell did they just say? And other characters are thinking the same thing, so we're all just sitting here like, wait, what did that person just say? And that's the kind of stuff that's funny, because they will just move on past it like nothing ever happened. There's a lot of really strange moments in this series that really is just unsettling in all the right ways. Honestly, I suppose the first sign that this series was going to be kind of funny should have been apparent when I saw some of these actors that are very much known for comedic roles, such as the brilliant Dickey. Now, this is an actor that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen. You have seen this woman in something before, and you maybe don't remember her name, but you see her and you just know that, okay, she's going to deliver. That's the kind of actor she is. She always brings the goods, and she's fucking great in this series. Not to mention, we have Jeff Hiller, another guy who is known for being funny, and he does a great job in this series. And we have Stephen Root, who's going to be very familiar to millennials like me for playing the weird, awkward guy in Office Space. Each episode of this series pushes the mystery further and further, giving the audience little bits of information, just enough to wet your whistle and make you want to click next on the episode. Of course, I was watching on a weekly by weekly basis, so I was not able to click next. I had to wait. Lucky for you guys that are binging this series, that's all I'm saying. I did not think that this series was going to go in the direction that it did, but I loved it. I thought it was so brilliant because it was subverting my expectations, and it was just constantly making me feel so many different ways. I'm laughing one minute, I'm creeped out. I wouldn't say I ever got scared per se. I was never scared, but the creepy stuff in this series, it is creepy because it's just unsettling. I don't know how to describe it. It's not over the top scary, but it's just unsettling. Series creator Katie Dippold is really onto something. She has created a show that is super engaging, pulls you in, features a remarkable cast, and is brilliantly written and put together. I think that this show does such a great job keeping you as the audience engaged. I mean, I can say for sure I was engaged. Like, I was super pulled in. I was looking forward every week to the new episode. It's just the perfect blend. And I couldn't help but think of the series Lost while I was watching this series, because when I think of islands that are freaking weird, I think of the series Lost. And in a lot of ways, this series is kind of like Lost in terms of building up that mystery and taking place on an island, but it's not convoluted and messy like Lost is, that's for sure. But it gives you just enough little tidbits and nuggets to pull you in and make that mystery just get deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're just sitting there thinking, wow, every episode, you just don't know what to expect. I had no idea some of the stuff that I was going to be seeing in this series. And you know what's so great about this series, guys? It's that it's on Apple TV Plus. Now that means that this series actually is going to get legs and opportunity to discover an audience. And I'm talking to you, Netflix. Fuck you and canceling all your shows really, really fast. Netflix used to be the place where shows that got canceled went to get revived. And now I swear, if they don't see instant gratification, they are like, we're out. And I just think that that truly sucks. Apple TV Plus doesn't play like that. They allow time for that word of mouth to start spreading, because word of mouth is so crucial when it comes to a TV series. During the run that it was having on Apple TV, it started gaining more traction online because people were talking about it, and that's the reason that this series is successful. That's something that Netflix really needs to understand before I get fucking fed up. Widow's Bay is a brilliant TV series that kept me engaged every single episode. I was so pulled in and enthralled. These actors just sell the mystery. I love the subtlety of it all. The humor, it's just so subtle. It's easy to actually miss some of these things. And I'm not one to watch a TV series more than once. I usually just watch it the one time and then I wait for the next season. But this series might be the first show since Stranger Things to make me feel like I need to watch this again. I might not watch it again for a bit. I might wait until season 2 is about to drop. But there's a good chance I'm going to revisit this because I'm pretty sure, and I think you guys probably did too, we missed some shit. There's a lot of stuff in this series. So much information thrown at you and little teeny things here and there. I think if you're a super eagle-eyed fan, you probably have pieced together more of the mystery than I have. I'm not like that. I don't piece together mysteries. I just watch the show. But I think that this series is worth a second watch and definitely worth a first watch. I can't wait for season 2. The way the finale episode played out, there's a thing that happens. I'm not going to give it away, but it seems like basically season 2 is going to be straight crazy. So for me, guys, I'm giving this series a 10. Boom! I said it, a fucking 10. It is a masterpiece. If you have not watched it yet, you definitely need to get on this. If you have watched it, definitely put your thoughts on it in the comments and make sure you are spreading the word about how awesome this series is to your friends and family. They're going to lock in and they're going to feel really grateful that you pointed them in this direction, and hopefully you guys feel like I helped you out. If you like this video, help me out and hit that like button. The algorithm actually looks at that. It really does matter way more than you guys think, and if you want to see more from me, then subscribe to this channel. Later.
Was there cannibalism?
No. I don't think that's right.